Sagittarius. The road ahead narrows, and that is exactly what makes the decision unavoidable. The Leo eclipse has opened a new horizon involving travel, education, publishing, belief, legal matters, or a larger sense of purpose. You may feel ready to leap, yet Mars in your shared resource sector squares Neptune at the start of the week, making financial or emotional obligations difficult to read. Before committing, determine who pays, who benefits, and what remains unspoken. Monday supports intelligent planning. Mercury trine Saturn helps you convert inspiration into a timeline, curriculum, proposal, or disciplined creative goal. Venus in Libra sextile Jupiter brings assistance through friends, communities, or an audience that believes in your direction. Opportunity is present, but it becomes real only when you define the next measurable step. Watch what happens by midweek. The first quarter moon moves through your private sector, revealing a hesitation you have hidden beneath optimism. You may be afraid that choosing one path means losing every other possibility. That is true, and it is also how a life gains shape. Freedom without commitment eventually becomes drift. Mercury's tense contact with Neptune warns against accepting guidance simply because it sounds visionary. Ask for details. Inspect the fine print. Be wary of spiritual, educational, or financial promises that depend on urgency and vagueness at the same time. Friday's Venus-Saturn opposition tests the relationship between social belonging and personal joy. A friend, group, or audience may not support a creative or romantic decision. Alternatively, a pleasure you want may require more responsibility than expected. Choose based on values, not applause. Saturday's Sun, South Node meeting helps you release a belief that once expanded you, but now limits you. You are allowed to outgrow a philosophy, teacher, destination, or story about who you must become. As the Sun enters Virgo, the vision becomes work. Your career and public direction demand precision. The road narrows because the destination is becoming real.
Sagittarius. Your tarot card is the Page of Wands. A new idea wants exploration before commitment. Follow the spark, ask questions, and allow yourself to be a beginner. This card favors a message, creative experiment, trip, course, or bold invitation that restores curiosity. Still, inspiration is a doorway, not a finished map. Take one practical step that tests the possibility. You do not need certainty to begin. You need enough interest to move, enough humility to learn, and enough courage to let the path surprise you.
Sagittarius. You get hexagram 28, lake over wind, great preponderance. The structure is carrying more weight than it was designed to hold. Something must be reinforced, redistributed, or released before strain becomes collapse. This is an exceptional moment requiring an uncommon response. Do not rely on routine simply because it once worked. Identify the central beam, the responsibility, relationship, or belief bearing too much. Courage now means changing the structure while you still have choices. Act decisively, but keep your purpose calm and your priorities clear.
Sagittarius. Your rune is Nauthiz. Nauthiz represents necessity, restraint, and endurance. A limitation is forcing prioritization. Instead of treating the restriction as an enemy, identify the discipline it requires. Reduce excess, delay what is non-essential, and direct resources toward the central need. Frustration can become useful pressure when it reveals what matters most. This rune does not promise immediate relief, but it does support competence under constraint. You may not control the conditions, yet you retain control over waste, timing, and the quality of your response. This week required clearer terms, better allocation of energy, and decisions that can withstand reality. In the comments, name one boundary or structure you are strengthening now. Subscribe to Lumen Lores and enable notifications for the next weekly forecast. Then check your rising sign to understand which practical area of life is most likely to require the adjustment.